You look like you're in a jail jumpsuit in an interrogation room, says Captain Kangaroo. Where'd you get that fancy orange jail onesie? Asks Dylan. Why do I feel like you just got out of jail with that orange shirt? LOL, says Dat. Kazan wants to know, where'd you serve time? Were the clothes complimentary upon escape? Corey wants to know, does the local prison know you've escaped yet? To answer your questions, no, there's no reward for information leading to my capture or arrest. I'm just Joe Everest, defense expert. I like wearing orange. This week's video, we're gonna find out why. But first, if you like this content, heck, if you find it educational, it would mean the world to us if you gave it a like. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so the YouTube lets you know each and every week when we have new content available. And now, let's dig into why I'm fanatical about the color orange. And it's not just so I can make Orange You Glad dad jokes. This is Joe Everest, the fence expert. My family's been perfecting their way of building fence for over 60 years, 3 generations. While there's more than one way to build a fence, I'm here to share with you our way. All right, so there's a couple stories about why we're fanatical about orange. The first one was on a commercial job site. There was an incident on the job site that we weren't a part of. We weren't even on the job site that day. But there was a video of the incident. And when you look at the video and on the job site, all the guys look the same. All the colors look the same. You couldn't really pick one company out from the other. That was a bit of an aha moment. If my guys had been on site and they had been wearing bright orange, it'd be pretty easy to pick them out and say that they weren't involved with the incident in question. The second thing that happened shortly thereafter, I was at a trade show, at a home show. At the time, our colors were blue and gold, very regal. But as I looked over the sea of vendors, we're all wearing primarily the same colors. There was a lot of blue in this crowd. And it made me wonder, why are we blending in when we should be standing out? As I alluded to in the stories, the main reason for us being fanatical about orange is it makes us easily recognizable. If we're driving through a neighborhood and pulling up to someone's house, those folks know immediately these guys are with Ozark Fence. The truck's big and orange. Every guy coming out of the truck is wearing orange. Everybody says Ozark Fence. There's no question about who they are and what they're there to do. And because we're recognizable, we get to meet all sorts of incredible people out in public. I can't tell you how many conversations start with, hey, you're that guy that always wears orange. Now, if I wore blue shirts with gold lettering, how many conversations do you think would start with, hey, you're one of those guys that always wears blue? Now, since we as a company and me as a person are fanatical about the color orange, it also makes us memorable. It's easier to market ourselves when people automatically remember that we are fanatical about this one color. And you see it all the time. You see a lot of large corporations that color brand themselves so that when someone sees that one color, they automatically think it's associated with the brand. When we're at home shows, I'll wear a bright orange blazer and a big orange top hat because I want to be memorable. I want people to remember the crazy guy that wears orange all the time. So the next time that they're thinking about building a fence, or a neighbor or someone on Facebook asks them who they know that builds fence, they're going to go, what's the name? It's a guy. He always wears orange. The trucks are orange, the tools, equipment, all their guys were orange. Who's that? Orange You Glad You Picked Ozark Fence. That's what it is. It makes us memorable, which means our job at marketing becomes a little bit easier. Now, I'm not the first one to have this idea. I didn't just create color branding. It's been going on for generations, for centuries. I mean, think about sports teams. You got Florida Gators, you have Texas and Clemson, all wear orange, and they're known for wearing orange. I mean, I know what part of the country I'm in at any given moment, simply based on the college team that people think I'm associated with. And they're severely disappointed to hear me say, no, it's not Texas. It's Ozark Fence orange. And the final reason, dare I say the most important reason to me, it's really easy to color coordinate when you're only working with one color. So, as disappointing as it may be, I haven't escaped from jail or prison. I'm not gearing up for an interrogation. I'm just a dad who likes to say, Orange You Glad You Picked Ozark Fence. For now, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors.